today I want to do a market breakdown on gold and show you what I'm expecting gold to be doing this week. But before that, I want to do a quick market recap and show you how I did take these 5 entries that ended up giving me about 3,800 pips in the market, guys. So normally before I did take these entries, these were my first entry down here, these were my second entry. So before I took these entries, I normally try to understand what the market is doing from the bigger perspective. So I went to the bigger time frame, that's the daily time frame, and saw what the market was doing there. And looking at the daily time frame, this is what the market was giving us at that point. So from the daily time frame, the market was moving. So from the daily time frame, the market had already was on an uptrend, but it gave us this bearish structure at this point, which was a correction. Then I saw this as an opportunity for me to take short-term sales in this market. So I waited for this market to give me a correction because it had already given me this bearish engulfing candlesticks. So I waited for this correction. Then after waiting for this correction, let's go to the 4-hour time frame and see how it looks. From the 4-hour time frame, this is how this correction looks. So this market had already given us this impulse move, then we had this correction. So I waited for this market to close below this correction area before looking for my entries in the 1-hour time frame. Whereby in this 1-hour time frame, I waited for this market to close, this 1-hour candlestick to close down here. Then I took my entry at this point, having my stop loss just right above this area. Then the market did play out as expected. We went straight into profit, giving me about 426 pips. Then at that point, I was expecting another correction at this point because this was a strong support area that I was expecting this market to respect. And the market, after reaching this area, it gave us this correction. After giving us this correction, I waited again for this market to give me a sign of reversal to the downside. So after this market did push all the way to this here, gave us this double top at this point. After giving me this double top, I waited for this bearish engulfing candlestick. Then after this bearish engulfing candlestick, I decided to take my entry at this point, having my stop loss just right above these double tops. Then the market did push again all the way down here, giving us about 308 pips. So after that, I saw this market failing to break below this area and giving us these double bottoms at this point, actually triple bottoms at this point, which is a reversal patterns. Then after seeing these reversal patterns, I knew that this market now wants to start pushing to the upwards. So I waited for this market to break above this correction area that it was giving us from the bigger time frame. Then after that, I waited for this market to break above this correction area. So the market did break above this area with an impulse move. So the market did break above this area with this impulse move. So after that, I normally wait for a retest or a correction before taking my entry. So that's exactly what the market did. The market gave us this kind of correction at this point. Then after giving this correction, it broke above that area, then giving us about 546 pips before giving us another correction and giving us another chance to take an entry in this market. So then I waited for this market to break above this correction area again. Then this time I waited for this to break above this high that it had already created at this point. Then after breaking above this area, I waited for a retest, then took my entry, of which the market again did push all the way to this area. Then after that, this was my other area of interest that I was looking at. I was expecting this market to come all the way to this area, give me a correction again before pushing all the way to this final destination that we are on. So that's how I did find these entries in this market. So today I want to do a market analysis and show you what I'm expecting this gold to be doing this week. But before that, let me clear the chart so that we can start our analysis after. Alright, so this is how the market is looking right now. So after all those moves, this is how the market is looking right now. I want us to go to the bigger time frame and try to understand what the market is doing from there before we come down to the lower time frame, to maybe from the 1-hour time frame, and see if we can get our entries for next week. So this market was on this uptrend at this point, as you can already see. From the daily time frame, it's giving us this. We have this impulse move, we had this correction at this point, then we have something like this. So this is this market right now is giving us something like a double top. So if this market does fail to break above this area, then we should expect this market to continue pushing to the downside, because giving us a double top is a reversal pattern. Double top is a reversal pattern, and we're seeing this from the bigger perspective, which means there's a possibility of this market now starting to continue to push downward. But if it doesn't break above this area, if it does break above this area, then we should expect the market to continue pushing all the way upwards. So let's go to the 4-hour time frame and see what is happening there. So from the bigger time frame, this was my area of interest, because this where we had our highest point in this market. So I was expecting this market, probably if this candlestick could have closed above this area, then it could have been a good confirmation that this market will continue pushing upwards. But as we can see, this candlestick failed to close above this area. This candlestick failed to close above this area, which means it closed down here. So this means that there's a possibility of this market continuing to push, maybe starting to reverse to the downside and giving us something like this. Let me go to the 4-hour time frame and show you what is happening there. So this is the 4-hour time frame. This is the 4-hour time frame. And from this 4-hour time frame, I want to mark our key areas that we should be looking at in this point. So these are our areas of interest. So this is the first one. This is the first area of interest that we had here. I'll just take it from all this point. Make sure you have all those touches. Then this is another key area that we'll be looking at this point. Then we have these. This is another one down here. Yeah, so we try to understand. Let's draw our trend lines and see what they'll be giving us. So normally when drawing your trend lines, make sure you pick the immediate touches, the immediate areas that the market has given you. Never force any trend line to align to your expectations. Just take it easy. Just do it just nice and easy and clean. So right now, this is what the market is giving us, telling us that we are on an uptrend. At the same time, from this uptrend, we're on an uptrend in this market. So in this uptrend, this market has already come all the way to this area. So what am I expecting in this market? So I'm expecting, maybe if this market does break above this area, because this was the last high that we had. This was the highest high that we had so far since we started trading the gold market. So if this market does break above this area, that means that there's a possibility of us continuing to push upwards, but we should expect something like this. I'm expecting probably this market should give us something like this. So we had that impulse move. What's happening with this? What's wrong with my brush? So let me just delete this. So I'm expecting this market to give us something like this before it continues pushing to the upward. So after that impulse move, probably for us to continue going up, maybe this market can give us some kind of correction. Then after that, we'll break above that area, give us a retest, then we continue pushing upwards. That's the first scenario in this point. But if this market doesn't do that, I'm expecting it to give us something like this. I'm expecting this market to come down and break these. I'm expecting this market to give us something like this. If it fails to break above this area, then for us to be taking our sell entries at this point, we should look at something like this. So we should be looking for this market to give us at least a sign or a reversal pattern at this point from this 1 hour time frame, and that will be something like give us probably come down, probably give us something like a double top at that point, then break below this double top. After breaking below that area, then we'll expect now to continue pushing to the downside. Then if it does break up below this area, we'll expect it to give us a correction, go down there, another correction, then we break below this area. So after breaking below this area, that's now when we'll be sure that now this market has taken a different route, and we'll be looking for a few more sales in this market. So this is what I'm expecting this market to be doing this week. So probably if all these entries does play out as expected, then which means we'll be having another successful week and beautiful week. So let's see how this will play out. To trade with the best broker, make sure you check the links in my bio and down below this video. Make sure you check those links so that you can trade with the best brokers. For the synthetics, use the Rev, and for forex, make sure you use Exness, because those are the best in the industry. And also there's a link to my Telegram channel down there. Make sure you join the Telegram channel and make sure you subscribe to my page so that you never miss out on these entries. So this is my free Telegram channel. This is normally where I share some of those entries that I give out. You can already see as you can already see, I shared all of those entries in this point. Let me just scroll upwards. So I shared all those trades that I gave out last round in this market. Let me show you. So I shared all these, you can see them in this free Telegram channel. So make sure you check out so that you never miss out on this. And thank you for watching. This is Profit and I'll see you in the next video.